Niggas know the vibes, man. Talk to you niggas.
Smash that like button. Y'all, let's go.
Oh my God. Nightmare. That's a trippy. Couple of my homies find cases. I just pray they hear with me the day that I get famous. Cause those my niggas and I love them to death. Play with them, I put some slugs in your chest. Yeah, we really started from the bottom hustling. Wasn't getting no rest. We wasn't waiting on the government check. Once I started getting chicken, fuck bitches, I start loving them less. And fuck them niggas who ain't fuck with us then. Back when we used to share a slice of pizza, cause our pockets is empty. And 6 of us used to chip in on a bottle of Henny. Now I cop some 42 for a bitch named Jenny. I say I'm trying to fuck you, notice she let me. Cause she know I hustle and I'm tough, so she sucking me sloppily. Plus I'm light skinned, but don't never think you can bother me. Bitch, I keep a Glock. Once the show, just know you ain't stopping me. Favorite activity is shootings and robberies. What you know about it? Boy, I watch some snakes with a bird's eye. I can feel them creeping, scheming. Guess it's my third eye. Karma trying to catch me. Yeah, they say I'm the worst. I am really in these streets, lurking, doing some dirt. Why? Cause if a nigga violated, know the gang is all for the get back. Trying to get fly, get by. That's where we flip packs. Keep it cool around my niggas. If you skinny or bro, like it doesn't matter. Bullets rip through his 6-pack. He ain't talking money, nigga, fuck with a chit chat. I leave a zigzag on his face with a blade like he riff rap. Catch the drop and smoke a hot, like the flame, watch his wig crack. Then I whip the cup up so my wrist snap. Let's talk about them days I was down bad. I never forget that. Had to borrow that designer. Yeah, my outfit was mismatched. Bitches wouldn't even break me off a piece of a Kit Kat. Now they fuck me and don't want get my dick back. I told the little bitch I'm in a rush. She needs to get from on top of me. Cause I'm chasing these dollars, trying to cop me some property, trying to start a monopoly. Sounds like an anomaly or like karate, chopping bricks up properly. Either way I'm working, and either way they hurt me. Cause they hate to see a nigga doing good when they believe that I wasn't worth shit. But this a public service announcement. Bitch, suck my dick. I'm back now. What I got, I earned it. Tried to lock me down, but they couldn't break my spirit. They know Clip's the big demon. Feel the heat when you get near him, baby. Mama talking shit, won't ever tell it like it is. Truthfully, she just trying to line me to catch another bid. Being nasty and spiteful and playing games with my kids. They go to social media and tell you I'm a piece of shit. This shit is crazy. And plus these pussy niggas lately down playing on my moves when it's really cause they hating. Then my time stood tall, made it back, I waited patient. Now it's killing them to think that Darren Peterson could make it. Cause they recognize Darren Peterson's talent isn't basic. And I started from the basement, man, it's hard for them to face it. Was that kid out the group home, always had dirty shoes on and hand-me-down outfits. Man, I can tell you about it. When you was 12 and went to school with your new backpack, I was in juvenile, fighting for my snacks back. Used to ask my mom for $10, cops and me and Jay. Now I cop 42 for your bae. She gon' need the gang. Money make your wifey go astray. I get that every day. And the homies wildin', she wanna be around them. 25K views in 1 month. I'm from Haverstraw, them boys and reach 1,000. Ain't no, I'm astounded. Fresh off a 6-year bid, I had it litty. In less than 10 months, I'm a legend in my city. Shout out the real ones showing love and them haters watching. My hood on my back, yeah, I'm representing Brooklyn. And fuck them sneaky bitches plotting like we gotta stop them before he prove it's wrong. Just a thought makes him nauseous. Gang told me stay positive and stick to this music shit. I really be robbing and shooting shit that look like ruler sticks. Riding, sliding in the hoopty whips that make Medulla split. Even the driver get it top, trying to catch another op and free the homie. He been down for like 15. He 31, he ain't been home since he was 16. At 16, he wasn't trying to write 16s. He was spinning blocks with a Glock that whole 16. Now he in the yard spitting bars and his shit mean. Cause he got talent, plus he's smart with some big dreams. And I just left him, man, I wish that he came with me. But we could only pray for his appeal. Got his with him, I miss him. But I don't miss them days I call my bitch, she don't answer. Or talk to my mom, she sick and think she got cancer. When I was in the box, starving every single day, I would've cut a nigga's face for a PB&J. That shit real, huh? I just wanna bust a brick seal and throw 200 grams to my mans, tell him get bills so he can know how buying what he wants for his kid feels, or pay his mom's rent. Just a thought makes me get chills. This shit real. It could all be so simple. I disregard the law, sell raw and blow pistols. If you go against my squad, I pray that the Lord with you. It's gonna be a sad song as soon as the fall hits you. Spaghetti sauce, soul in the door, your dog's rental. It's sad cause your dog ain't know he's gonna get you. But if he stand by you, that mean he gon' fall with you. He gon' wish he never stopped at the store to get more swishers. Leave him right there. We shoot pistols, we don't fight fair. Cause last time we tried, the other side brought a knife there. So we gon' leave them guys traumatized, it's a nightmare. I promise he gon' die. Eyes wide in his night gears. Or catch him in his yard, leave him dead in his house slippers. Put him on a shirt, now he famous, yeah, we clout giving. Niggas holler when my Nina scream. Yeah, we shout different. Slide up in your bitch DM, then I'm in her mouth with it. They say money can't buy you happiness. Well, I disagree, cause I was just broke in the cell and they had shit to eat. When my niggas pitching them packs, yeah, we got kids to feed. Fuck misery, we risking our lives off for the chips and cheese. Nigga front up in the club, here we getting busy. Super stuck a knife in. Bitch, I got a glizzy with me. And you brought your broad with you. Boy, I got some killers with me. They know we the bad guys, but I don't got no villains with me. It's plenty pyrus and blazes up on my side, nigga. Told them first one to reach, first one to die, nigga. Ain't no OGs in my hood no more, it's mine, nigga. But listen, shout out the gang, we on the rise, nigga. Ease.
Another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? Knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Man, woman, and children. Sun, moon, and stars. Everything exists has to coexist within. Like I said, another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? Yo, I appreciate everybody in the building. I appreciate everybody in the building. If you see that fire news logo right there, done by CB himself, I appreciate everybody in the building. Could you do me one favor and let me hear the dice cubes? Ron already got me right. He said they hear me crystal clear. So I'm gonna do the road call. You dig what I'm saying? Let me see who we got up in the building. We got FTC Vice up in the building. We got Ron Boogs in the building. We got Keish Lady K, Love Your Soul in the building. We got City Bama in the building. We got somebody new in the building, Red Hat Real. I appreciate you for pulling up. Welcome to Team Guardian. I am the host, Big Dice. We don't do the disrespect over here in the chat. We don't do the trolling over here in the chat. And respectfully, we don't care about what's going on in nobody else's chat. We got the big Hank McCoy up in here. We got DMW Shots, the old BK Love up in the building. You dig what I'm saying? And shout out to my man, Big CB. You notice I switched up my background today. I'm going to let y'all check it out. You see that background I switched up today? Shout out to my man CB. He gave me Brooklyn Bridge with the Big Dice Chronicles. And you know that logo at the bottom. You had to be there to understand what it is. I appreciate everybody that's helped me in my platform for the graphics, for the nose, for the ins and the outs, and stuff like that. I really do appreciate everything. But I got a great one for y'all tonight. We're going to stay on this motherfucking content. Thank you, Keith. She said the background is fire. Shout out to CB, y'all. If y'all need any help with your graphic communications or your intros, serious inquiries only. Serious inquiries only. People don't have time to be sitting up chilling. Dog Soldier, I see you up in the building. Dog, tell me how you like that new background. CB put that background together for me, y'all. Dog already seen the logo. He already seen the fire-ass logo. I sent them to him earlier. But you see, he put that background together for me, y'all. FTC said fire. Keith said fire. I appreciate y'all because we got to take it back home. Matter of fact, I'm looking for some new members. I was thinking about doing something, y'all. Shout out to Louis V. Louis V told me, he said, Big Dice, we need some of the old hood stories the things from your life when you wasn't who you are today, when you didn't have the sense that you have today. He talking about the robberies, etc., the attempted murders, whatever they talking about. I was into at one particular time. He told me he wanted some of them stories. And you know what? Just for the grace of content, some of the things that quote unquote went on this week. Shout out to King Crego, shout out to Super Trife Life, and shout out to Dirty Works, and shout out to Shane God. But I got a trick for y'all. Shout out to Rudy Lowe. I got real low lifes in my corner. I got real low lifes that know the truth. But this is what I'm going to do. I'm looking for more members. I get 5 more members before this Saturday. If I get 5 members before this Saturday night, I'm going to do a Big Dice respectable rebuttal. See, because I done did respectable rebuttals on YouTube and then pack niggas up. We're not talking about that. We stand on content. I'm going to do a respectable rebuttal on content for the people that were involved in our lives that don't know the truth and certain answers they want to know. So it ain't about the explanation, but it's about, let's see who really family. The people that's really, really with me for family, I'm going to do content. Certain content I'm going to start doing for members only. No disrespect intended to everybody else, but for the people that have been holding me down with the members only subscriptions, there are certain exclusivities that they deserve. And tell you the truth, I think they deserve the story of stories about certain lowlifes that are rats. Certain lowlifes that are definitely on paperwork. We're going to talk about a lot of things with certain things that I wouldn't have spoken about, but since they wanted to speak, you know I have to speak. We're going to talk about betrayal. Number one, if you got a baby or you've had sex with one of your man's girlfriends, me and you are never the same. Kofi King is in the building. Why not? Kofi King is in the building. But that's not for here. That's for the people that try to get down with my members only, because I told you, for the people that let me know y'all members, starts at $2 all the way up to $500. Whoever is members, I promise you, for the members only shows, I will take y'all down memory lane. I will even have my cousin, he just popped up in the building, King Kofi, pull up for a couple of these shows to make sure anything that I forgot. Let me explain something to you. If this man don't know about it, nobody knows about it. This man right here, if he don't know about it, don't nobody know about it. If he don't know about it, don't nobody know about it. But besides that, we're going to get into what we came into tonight. Tonight, I don't know if anybody remembered, if you go to St. Laz, and shout out to Rum, when I told y'all about when Rumble gave me the Legion, shout out to DCEP, or make a long story short, I spoke about a time when me and one of my close friends, Mr. David Cooper, they call him Do Dirty Baguettes. He wanted to be a rapper. I told y'all about this a long time ago. And one particular time, we went to the great studio of Jam Master Jay. Jam Master Jay had just flew in a group from Cleveland, Ohio by the name of the Hillbillies. And their symbol was a peace pipe, like the old peace pipes with diamonds. They used to love to sit up in there and play PlayStation. So one particular night when me and Dave went up there to try to shop his demo, and he wanted to rhyme for Jam Master Jay, I accompanied him. Unfortunately, when we were there, the rapper 50 Cent, Mr. Curtis Jackson, appeared with one of his goons and was very upset pertaining to a situation with Jam Master Jay, because Jam Master Jay has felt as though 50 Cent was becoming a liability, meaning since he had just got shot, going back and forth to jail, Jam Master Jay was trying to be a hip-hop mogul, staying out the streets, even though he was still connected to the streets, what I'm going to go over tonight. He felt as though it was best to cut ties with the rapper y'all know is 50 Cent, Mr. Curtis Jackson. So I was right there for the argument. He dropped 50 cents. And then he picked up a group by the name of the Hillbillies. This is around the time when Onyx came out with their albums back in the days. Shout out to my man Bonafuco, Big Crip from California. Put me on the phone with Ray J. Shout out to Bonafuco, Big Crip from California. Related to the legendary, may she rest in peace, Big Crip. Her name was Lady Farrell. Anybody that's Crip know what I'm talking about. May she rest in peace. But unfortunately, this right here kind of hit home because it made me think about some of the things I was talking about with some of my peoples. And just a conversation I had this morning with my family, my man Rudy Lowe, thinking about the things of the obstacles and the problems pertaining to neighborhoods. I think about certain things with a lot of rappers that go back to their neighborhoods after they became successful. And unfortunately, they were unalive. They were killed because of the love that they deeply have rooted within their heart for their neighborhood, for the mothers, for the aunts, for the cousins, for the old timers, for the addicts, for the pimps, for the alcoholics, the people that watched us grow. Of course, we want to go back to our neighborhoods to try to do what? Pay homage. Unfortunately, just like with Troy Avenue, unfortunately, rest in peace with Chinks Drugs. Unfortunately, rest in peace to Banger. Unfortunately, just like with Mano. Unfortunately, it's always a subject where people come back to the neighborhood to show love, but the love is not really there. It's fake love. But then I can't get upset with that because, to tell you the truth, I might be, no, I wouldn't, because I ain't got that in my heart. If a nigga gone, he gone. If he did his thing to get out the motherfucking hood, I got to respect that. But then again, some people don't feel like that. They feel as though that because they're still in the neighborhood that they were raised in. And unfortunately, they're still going to die in the neighborhood that they was raised in with no growth, no spiritual growth, no educational growth, no real estate, no solidarity, no validity. They get upset with certain things, man, because you're nobody till somebody kills you. Appreciate you, dog. We got my man Big Thomas in the building tonight. Thomas, I see you in the building. Salute, beloved. Appreciate you for pulling up for this growing pan work. I was just telling Koofy this morning, I said, yo, it's a shame that the people that I love in my hood, I'm sitting around people just the 4th of July last year, the year before, I'm sitting around people that I grew up from day one. And me, for us to have made it to this from the times when we were young, the times when we had nothing but each other. I'm talking about the times when we was playing stickball in front of Pastor Moore. Rest in peace to my man Sam, when him and Slice used to be on the block having Willie competitions. The times when we was on the floor playing Skelly. The times when we was planning to be basketball stars. It seemed that the rapport and the love between certain people were never there. It might have been hate. It might have been envy. I've been hated all my motherfucking life. Who would tell you that? Just like Sekou, just like myself, our families owned our buildings. Our families believed in hard work. Our families was brought up to take care of each other and family first. Me and Sekou we are so blessed to say that we had mothers. I'm not talking about billy goat women. I'm talking about mothers. Mothers that checked our homework. Mothers that made sure we went to school. Mothers that made sure we were fed. Mothers that made sure we were clothed. We had grandmothers. We had fathers. We had grandmothers that saved us from our mothers when we fucked up. But a lot of people didn't have that. I don't know what it is to have a loud, obnoxious mother. I don't know what it is for my mother to be in the street drunk. I don't know what it is for people to have had rumors about my mother, about her being loose with her vagina. I don't know what it is. My mother, I don't know about these type of things. Shout out to me and Sekou Damani Troutman that we, quote unquote, were raised with a different type of love and upbringing. We chose the street. We didn't have to be in the street. But unfortunately, we were in the street. Shout out to Jamel Lucas, Flip. Shout out to Little Head. Shout out to Renee. Rest in peace, Trev. Shout out to Lance. It's so many things that we were involved in as young. Like Sekou told y'all, I remember when he came to the corner, smoking weed. Rest in peace to my man Howard Miller. We out there smoking weed. Sekou came, bought some weed, left some weed for us. He was like, yo, I see you when I get back, y'all. And then my cousin went and did his Fed bid. That was the last time I seen him for 7 years. That night he left us, when we thought he'd be back in a couple of weeks like he usually do, nah, he was back 7 years later doing a Fed bid. No telling. Took his time and came home. Thomas said that crack era destroyed us. Destroyed the family unit in black communities, and minority communities, exactly. See, like Ron Boog said, we from a different era. Just like Jam Master Jay, he was from Queens. He was taught how to survive. Around the greats. Around the greats. But let me show y'all something. I'm going to start it out with this one because the streets don't love us. Let's go.
The streets ain't never loved me. The streets ain't never loved me, yeah. The streets ain't never loved me, yeah. The streets ain't never loved me since my brother died. My mother cried. Tears in my eyes bleed red. Ain't no love inside. The streets left me dolly. My phone, they left it holy. Dawn was in that passenger side when they tried to phone me. Yeah, you know the streets ain't never love us.
Yeah. GD. I've been shot, I was left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
I've been stabbed, I've been left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know the streets ain't never loved me.
I've been locked, I got charged for some shit I didn't do, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
Caught a case, went upstate, fuck the Jakes, nigga. Yeah, you know these streets ain't never loved me.
Laying up in the hospital bed in ICU. Hit that button like every 3 hours to get those blues, yeah. Laying in the test of pain, I know shit won't be the same. Sipping my stomach, shit don't stop a thing, I'm still a man, yeah. But who gon' be there when you doing time? Can't get no money, so they dropping down, these niggas bitter. And I hope they get the picture. I'm only getting bigger. The top cat out my litter, yeah. Tell you they love you, but they hate you on the low. They hold you back, how they expect for you to grow. I got locked up, ain't said me nothing, but I'm your nigga. My body numb, I got no feelings for you niggas. I'm from what niggas will shoot you right here in these hallways. If you got trust in that loyalty goes a long way. These size 11s, these pussies can't walk a mile in. They hit my cousin with life and he's still smiling. I've been shot, I was left with a...
Shout it out to the greats right here, y'all. Shout it out to the greats right here. Long live Demencio, all hail Meg, and long live Rum, and all long live Marcellus James. These the greats right here. Like I said, we getting this stuff together for this clothing line, and it's the power that we gonna bring out for y'all. It's gonna be crazy. Official New York legends that I had the honor to say are my friends. You dig? I wish, boy, I would trade a bunch of these niggas to have y'all back. There's so many of y'all that I would trade right now to have back for them. And congratulations to my man Thomas. He said it's the first time he left New York. He living that life in Tampa Bay right now. He said he was moving. He said he was getting away from that nonsense. Congratulations to you. I don't know if y'all know about this story right here. Let's get into this work. This right here is Run DMC. Hip-hop, legendary, Hall of Fame, first rap group to ever do a motherfucking song with a rock and roll group called Walk This Way. Remember that song? Walk this way, talk this way. That's a fact. Thomas said, remember, Big Dice, I told you I was about to be out. Damn sure did. If you see first in this picture right here, you got Run DMC. You got Rev Run. He used to be just Run back in the days, the first person. Now he's actually a reverend. Next to him, you got DMC. Remember the legendary song, You Blind, You Can't See, You Need to Get You Some Glasses Like DMC. And then last but not least at the end, we have Mr. Jam Master Jay, the DJ. Remember back in the days, y'all? The DJ. It wasn't about the rappers back in the days. Like back in the days when you see Eric B and Rakim, it was Eric B and it was Eric B for president, not Rakim for president. It was Eric B for president because the DJ back in the days was the gangster. Remember that back in the days, y'all? The DJs was the gangster. If you see him right now with the leather Adidas suit on with the big cable on, they the first ones that was rocking the black fedora hats. You dig what I'm saying? They the first ones that was rocking the big fedora hats. But let me tell y'all something. Let's get into this work right quick. He was killed. He was killed. Let's see what let's see about it, y'all. Let's go.
I never thought that he would grow up to be a DJ.
Yeah, YouTube music.
Jay was the centerpiece of the stage. He would cut that run, 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 run.
We're from Run DMC, and we support Joe Clark 100%.
They were like superheroes to us.
Breaking news, a member of Run DMC is dead.
He walked right over to Jay and fired around immediately without any conversation about it.
We went inside the studio. Lydia was in there on the floor crying. Tony Rucon was on the couch, shot, and Jay was on the floor dead.
Gripping, suspense, all of it is what you feel when you watch this award-winning documentary, a story that was important, that really needed to be told. That is even more important because of this week, the murder trial of Jam Master Jay gets underway.
So, brand new headlines being made. Our Darla Miles knows everything about this. Darla, I don't even know
Smash
how to
that
start
like button,
this
y'all.
story.
Share this
It's
live.
so complex. So, where do we start?
So let's start from the nucleus, right? This is a local story. Even though it's national, it's global, this is Run DMC. This is a local story to Hollis, Queens. And this is very insular
Yeah,
to
YouTube
Hollis,
usage.
Queens. It's kind of like a Cain and Abel story because you have Jam Master Jay, Jason Mizell, who was beloved in this community. He had an open door policy. And now you have two of his best friends, his godson and one of his best friends, accused of murdering him out of revenge and greed.
So let's catch people up. This is a murder that happened 20 years ago, more than 20 years ago. It was in the record studio in a very familiar, comfortable place, and he was executed. This was not sort of a stray bullet situation. This, according to prosecutors, this was a targeted hit.
When you said that, my hair stood up on my arms because what is so sad about this is Jam Master Jay's mother, his brother and sister were crusaders to find out what happened, and they passed away before even seeing this day in court. His children weren't there. I mean, there's just been so much of a circus and chaos. But so we finally found out exactly what investigators believe happened, because if you look at the documentary, they're like, why? What happened? What happened? So you have the two suspects, Carl Jordan Jr., accused of being the shooter, his godson. You have Ronald Tenard Washington. And so what we now know is the third person who was charged later, he's accused of getting buzzed into the front door. So the front door, everybody can come into Jay's studio. It's Jay's studio. He's the neighborhood guy. He gets buzzed in. He goes through the back door and lets the suspects, Jordan and Washington, in. And according to prosecutors, this is what was so sad about it. They say Jordan walked up to Jam Master Jay. He greeted him and said hello and shot him in the head.
He knows. I mean, he's known for
It's his godson. He was a child.
Right.
And they said he was so close to his head that the bullet burned the hair in his head. And that's hard for everyone to say, because of course, Carl Jordan Jr.'s family's in court today. They're standing behind him. He says he didn't do it. He didn't do it. He was not the shooter. And what makes this even more complex is the narcotics trafficking case around this, because this is not a state case. This is a federal case. This is a murder while conducting narcotics trafficking. So they do have Jordan and Washington on wiretaps, surveillance video, pictures, engaged in the narcotics trafficking. So that part of the case is very solid from the federal prosecutor side. But now you're going to have all of these witnesses to say that these are the two shooters.
I mean, it's clear from watching your documentary that there was so much information out there, the surveillance video, the witnesses, as you mentioned, but yet something happened. What was revealed to you on that first day yesterday?
So what we know is that after Bryant allegedly let Jordan and Washington in, you had 5 people in the studio, and this was a big question. 3 of the people were actually inside of the recording booth, so they did not see what happened. Then you have Tony Rincon. He was on the sofa playing video games with Jam Master Jay. And then you have Lydia High, who was the receptionist, and she took a lot of heat to the point where she had to leave town immediately. She buzzed in, allegedly, Jay Bryant. Jordan Washington comes into the back door. He shoots, Jordan allegedly shoots Jam Master Jay. Rincon is accidentally shot in the leg. And then Lydia tries to run, according to prosecutors. And then Tenard Washington says, no, you get on the floor with a gun. And these are people that they know. So these are people like who live across the street. They're like, so where do we go? Like, you know, there's just, this is one of those sorts.
These are people that they know. You heard what she said? She said when they ran up in there and executed Jam Master Jay and his friend got shot in the leg, the other girl, she went to run. They grabbed her, threw her on the floor and said, you ain't going nowhere. This is friends. These are friends, y'all. Childhood friends, like the lady right here said. People from the neighborhood. Childhood friends. The people that were convicted was his best friend and his godson. His godson is responsible and been convicted for shooting him in his head, execution style.
Where time had to, like, you know, the streets will start talking after time.
You spend so much time on this. Is there anything that you gathered that gave you more perspective on this story?
Oh my gosh. I think it's the heartbreak of the Hollis Queens community. It is just so hard to reconcile. I think one thing that was very difficult for people during the time of the murder and even now is to associate someone as legendary, as ingenious as Jam Master Jay with drug trafficking. And so the way prosecutors framed it yesterday is that when the spotlight began to fade on Run DMC and rap and hip hop began to involve, which you will see in the documentary, that he was still taking care of so many people because he just loved so many people. Like, again, Ronald Washington was sleeping on his sister's couch and he was taking care of so many people. And so they also were very keen to point out that he was just kind of like a middleman, right? Yeah. He would just make phone calls, make connections, use his connections to put their dealers together. So, you know, that's what prosecutors allege. So they really have been, I think.
Now you see how they just spoke on that part and try to shrug that under the rug? They said Jam Master Jay, after Run DMC started slacking up on doing so many shows and tours, he still had the responsibility of taking care of a lot of people and their families. You see how they quickly just tried to say Jam Master Jay was known for connecting people when it came to narcotic sales. They're not going to say that he was selling drugs, but they saying he was the middleman. He knew the plug. Like I told y'all back in the days, I allegedly heard, well, now it's the truth, that Jam Master Jay sent a couple of his friends to pick up 3-4 keys of cocaine, and the cocaine allegedly was garbage. It wasn't right work. And what they do, instead of them thinking about going to the people that sold it to them, allegedly they insisted Jam Master Jay to reimburse them for the money that they spent. That's when Jam Master Jay told them, hold up, I ain't no motherfucking drug dealer, nigga. I hooked you up with a couple of people I know from here, allegedly. But when y'all niggas did that transaction, I was not around. You've been hustling all your motherfucking life, and you know what work is, allegedly. You know what coke is, nigga. So how dare you get 4 keys and then come to me all of a sudden talking about the shit was bad. Now, think about this from every aspect. They could have been playing with Jam Master Jay, just trying to extort him or play him for a sucker because they knew that he had money, allegedly, to pay for that tab, number one. Number two, let's say they really did get some bad work. Hypothetically speaking, if I call Ron Boogs and FTC and I'm like, yo, we back there doing our thing. I'm like, yo, check this out. Y'all niggas spending 27, 28. I got them for 23. Ron Boogs say, yo, let me get 2 of them. FTC said, let me get 2 of them. And I point them in the direction of somebody on the strength of me and their rapport. They're not thinking about the person I'm pointing them in a direction to. They're thinking about the relationship between us. So if I say it's platinum, Ron Boogs is going to get that $46,000. FTC is going to get that $46,000. And they're going to get that motherfucking work. On the strength and the rapport of us, they're not going through the checking and all that bullshit when they get it. Fuck that. This is my nigga Dice. He put me over here. But when they go to break that food down, allegedly, and get to putting that shit in that motherfucking water, that shit hit that goddamn Oragel. Ron Boogs called me, call FTC. Yo, F. Let me ask you something. That work, how that shit doing on your side? FTC talking about, damn, Ron, I was just about to call you. This shit is motherfucking water right. It ain't even locking. Putting the ice on it, it ain't taking the water. It's bugging out. It ain't even going in the microwave. What the fuck? This nigga Dice playing? What's up with these niggas? Ron Books called me, yo, Dice, I need to holler at you. I'm in the studio, let me holler at you. Well, give me a couple of seconds, my man. I'm in here taking care of this. See it now, Jam Master Jay is doing his job. He's producing music and responsible for so many artists. So Ron Books and FTC Vice, they don't give a fuck about that rap shit. Fuck that rap shit, nigga. I need to know what's up with this paper. I'm telling them niggas, yo, I can't deal with that shit right now. I called them, but they said they was going to get back to me. FTC and Ron Books talking about, you called them, and they said they going to get back to you. Yo, Dice, what's up with that paper? Matter of fact, they done waited till the next morning. They waited till the next afternoon. Now FTC calling me, yo, Dice, what's up? You ain't heard from your people yet? Nah, he didn't hit me back. So now this is what FTC and Ron Books are saying. Yo, you think this nigga Dice played with us, man? You think this nigga down on this shit? You think Dice got some motherfucking money? You think they pieced off Dice? Motherfuckers get to thinking all type of crazy shit when that motherfucking money gone. 92,000 gone? So now that motherfucking devil come out. Yo, Dice, check this out. Check this out, beloved. Since we cool, what I need you to do, I need that 92,000 back. I start talking, yo, check this out. FTC, I love you. Yo, Ron Books, you know I never do no shit like that, but I ain't giving you niggas no fucking 92,000. You should have checked that work when you picked that shit up. FTC and Ron Books looking back going, word? That's how you feel, beloved? See, all that shit goes out the window when niggas lose their motherfucking bread and think you playing with them. All that shit goes out the motherfucking window, y'all. I don't know about them niggas to be lying to y'all about the streets. Niggas don't give a fuck if they was spending, if we was to have pajama parties. Niggas want that motherfucking money back. So now it's 2 days and I still ain't heard niggas. So in the hood, niggas like, just like the police. The first 48 and I still ain't repaid that motherfucking money. Now it's a problem. Now them niggas is calling me talking about, yo, if next time I call you, if I don't get that bread, you know we got a problem, right, Dice? Well, bust your gun then, pussy. Who the fuck you think you talking to? Oh, word? That's how you feel, beloved? Now we got war in the street. Let's go.
Very thoughtful and not smearing his image, but just kind of really trying to be realistic about what was happening during that time.
Do we know how long the trial is expected to last?
Oh boy, this is going to last for about 4 weeks. And again, those witnesses, five people who have never said a single word in over 20 years will get on the stand.
Oh, wow.
That's a big thing. Like they didn't talk to police. They didn't talk to friends. Like there were a few people, as you'll see in the documentary, who became their confidants and said, oh no, this is who did it, but I'm afraid because I know all of these players involved. So yeah, we're going to hear from them, and that's going to really be the big thing.
Well, I encourage you to check out ABC7NY, where your documentary lives right now. And I know the whole team just worked really, really hard to bring this story to light. And now we're seeing it play out in a courtroom. So.
Absolutely. And one last quick thing, you know, NYPD took a lot of heat during the time because this was a new landscape, because of the stonewalling of witnesses. And yesterday was a really compelling point on the stand where the first detectives, the detectives on the scene said, oh, the theory of the crime is that the suspects came in the back door. But no one took any photos. There are no crime scene photos of the back of the building. They didn't even think to go to the back door. Oh, this is where someone may have come in. And there's a bullet that went to a wall that was never recovered. So it's the true crime at its essence.
The
Nasty work, y'all.
Potentially.
Let's get into this work.
You just
certainly going to raise a lot of.
Another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? Twice knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Man, woman, and children. Sun, moon, and stars. Everything exists, has to coexist within. Like I said, another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me?
Shout out to CB for giving me that crazy work, man. 6 of the most dangerous people from Brooklyn, New York is in that video. Rest in peace to motherfucking Nut, Ivory Davis. Rest in peace to Homo, Free World. Rest in peace to Rumble. Rest in peace to Demencio. And rest in peace to M. If you know, you know. That's all I got to say. This situation with Jam Master Jay is sad, man. This shit is sad. I got the closing arguments, too, before they found them prosecuted. I got the closing arguments for y'all in this case. We're going to get into this right quick. Let's get into this work, man. Let's go.
Arguments now underway in the trial of 2 men accused of murdering legendary hip-hop DJ Jam Master Jay.
All right, it's a case that dates back more than 20 years. Fox 5's Lisa Evers has the latest from downtown Brooklyn.
A federal courthouse in Brooklyn was a setting once again as the trial of the 2 men accused of murdering Jason Mizell, known around the world as hip-hop icon Jam Master Jay, enters its final days. The defense team for co-defendants Carl Jordan Jr. and Ronald Washington presented their case in less than half a day, compared to weeks by prosecutors. Criminal defense attorney and law professor Dante Mills, who was not involved in this case, says that is not unusual.
Their case was short, but they don't have to prove anything. All they have to say is the prosecution did not prove their case beyond a reasonable doubt. So they don't have to prove anything. Their case can be as short as they want it to be.
Assistant U.S. Attorney Artie McConnell began the prosecution's closing arguments by outlining how the testimony given during the trial supported their murder conspiracy case. He reiterated that the motive was revenge for the 2 defendants being cut out of a drug deal and underscored that Mizell was not considered a drug dealer, just someone in financial trouble trying to make ends meet.
When we think of Jam Master Jay, to think of the hip-hop pioneer that he was, and not dealing drugs or being associated with drug dealing, but because this charge...
Did y'all pay attention to what he just said? He said Jam Master Jay was not a drug dealer. Jam Master Jay was not a drug dealer. He said Jam Master Jay was just a person that was going through a financial struggle and was trying to make ends meet, because at that particular time, the record business with Run DMC wasn't going the way that, quote unquote, he thought it would. Let's listen to this again, man.
By outlining how the testimony given during the trial supported their murder conspiracy case. He reiterated that the motive was revenge for the 2 defendants being cut out of a drug deal and underscored that Mizell was not considered a drug dealer, just someone in financial trouble trying to make ends meet.
When we think of Jam Master Jay, to think of the hip-hop pioneer that he was, and not dealing drugs or being associated with drug dealing, but because this charge is connected to that, these details are now coming out.
Once both the prosecution and defense finish their closing arguments, the next step is for the jury to decide if Carl Jordan Jr. and Ronald Washington are each guilty of 2 murder conspiracy charges.
It's going to go in front of the jury. The judge is going to give the jury some instructions, would tell them what their job is when they have to consider this case and what law they have to, match to the facts. And then the jury is going to come back with a result.
The closing arguments are expected to conclude within the next couple of days. Depending on how long deliberations last, a verdict could be reached by the end of the week. In downtown Brooklyn, I'm Lisa Evers, Fox 5 News.
You can't play both sides, you niggas gotta choose. Niggas out here being tough until they make the news. Mama said her son ain't hurt nobody. The streets said her son was catching plenty bodies. If you accept these charges, then please hold. In every hood, there was a nigga that was tough, but he still told. Like, what I gotta do to make you niggas rhyme? Like, I'm ready to kill when the kind of minds I'm cautious. I'm dealing with more sticks than a porcupine. Quill spines, whatever you wanna call them. Yeah, plus my little mama, she a trap queen. Doggy when she mixed with that Fetty, give him a wop lean. It was a whole lot of cars when there was stimmies round. We going over a year and half you niggas down. All these expensive clothes like was that smart? Now they uploading their clothes on the Poshmark. Swiss baby, careful with this. I mean this bitch sharp. One across, one down the middle, look like a chrome heart. Damn, I'm always outside. I'm like high from who? Bout to put your car on skates. You think you slide through? I help build my niggas. This ain't Legos. Protect the fan by any means. I be Diego. Yeah, tiger to you niggas. I'm an animal. It's a jungle where I'm from. What y'all wanna do? You can't play both sides. You niggas gotta choose. Niggas out here being tough until they make the news. Mama said her son ain't hurt nobody. The streets said her son was catching plenty bodies. If you accept these charges, then please hold. In every hood, it was a nigga that was tough, and he still told.
And shout out to Bimmy, y'all. Shout out to Bimmy because Bimmy, he did a Vlad interview. Let's check out what he had to say on the situation about Jam Master Jay getting killed. Fifth YouTube usage.
At this point, 2001, 2002, are you still in contact with Jam Master Jay? You know, because this is the dude that kind of put you on in the music game and everything else like that.
I'm always in contact with Jay.
So you're always in contact with
Jay.
him.
Jay stepped at me one day and he said, "Yo," because what we talked about a little while ago about that artist, the rapper, the girl that told me he signed her. He brought her in, and he said, "Yo, Bam, that's me." You know, I said, "Jay, I'm home, man. I ain't doing nothing to that girl, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm home, bro. I don't care about all that. You know what I'm saying? I did my time. You know what I'm saying? I'm still over here. She's still over there. I don't care about all that, man. It's all part of the game."
Right. But then in 2002, Jam Master Jay gets killed.
Yeah.
In his own studio.
I remember that day too because I was to visit my nephew, KK. He just came home doing 25. He just came home. I was on a visit with him, and I got off the visit.
Shout out KK from over there with Mikey B and Moshe, and we locked in. That's what we talking about, y'all. Shout out to KK. Let's go.
And my man that drove me up there, he had got the call that Jay got shot. He didn't say that Jay got shot. And I said, "What?" I said, go to Queens now. We're on New York Thruway. I think it was coming from Green Haven or one of them jails upstate. It wasn't far. And I told him to press on it. And when I got to Queens, you know, it started drizzling. And I said, "Jay's dead." And when I got the car, 5 minutes later, I seen Leo. Everybody on the block, rapping. Everybody's out there. And I seen them bring his bodies out. And you know, I shed a tear. I cried, like, because you know, he's a main real part of Run DMC. Like, kept that together. Like kept that shit. Like Jay, like even with the Fresno riot, me and Hurricane run out there together during the riot. We ain't hiding. Everybody, you know, we got Vanessa Williams in the dressing room. You know what I'm saying? All type of stuff going on. I said, "Man, we ain't staying here. We going out there." So Jay, you know, Jay was a good dude, man. He grabbed, he brought the hood with him and gave you a shot. And he looked out. He looked out. He's a great man. Great man. Forever live in my heart.
Well, the case was unsolved for 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
But then in 2017, authorities announced they actually have 2 suspects that are being charged with it. Ronald Washington and Carl Jordan Jr., who happens to be the godson of Jam Master Jay.
Yeah,
I guess this was Run DMC's bodyguard's son.
No, he wasn't a bodyguard. He was a road manager.
Okay, road
That's
manager.
because Leo Cohn became the road manager. He's the road manager.
Yeah, and I mean Carl Jordan Jr. on his Instagram page, he's sitting next to Jam Master Jay murals, talking about, "Yo, I miss my man," and rest in peace and everything else like that. And you come to find out that this is one of the 2 dudes that allegedly killed him.
Yeah. Yeah, but
when you heard that.
I heard it, and I know him. I know him.
You know both those guys or just Carl?
I know the other guy, you know, because the night when I went to Jay's house, before, you know, for the wake and all that, we go, you pay respect. He was there.
Wait. Carl Jordan Jr., the guy who's charged with killing Jam Master Jay.
The other one.
Ronald Washington.
Tenard. He was there.
He goes to Jam Master Jay's wake.
He goes to his house. He was living in Jay's house.
His house.
He was living in his sister's house. He was living in the house. Yeah.
Wow.
You know what I mean? But I don't know. You know, one thing about Vlad, I can't really, when dudes are charged and accused and dude was doing camera tricks, man, saying he did it. He really didn't do it. That dude did it to get away. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. You know, you still don't know until evidence come out.
I mean, the trial hasn't happened. There's no plea deals yet.
Until
So
the evidence come out.
still
I'm gonna go to
open.
the trial.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sit there because Jay, I owe Jay that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so you're going to the trial. You're gonna sit in every day.
Jay that. The Jay, man, come on, man. He do that for me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like I'm in Beverly Hills with him. I'm on a curb sitting there with a robe on, with BH on the Beverly Hills over my clothes. And Jay come out on the curb, sit with me, and say, you gotta leave the streets alone and stay with us. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, Jay, I'm getting too much money. Get a little DM check. You know what I'm saying? I said, nah, I'm getting too much money. You know what I mean? But I'm thinking about it. You know what I mean? But he tried to save me a long time ago. I only got that time. He tried to save me a long time ago.
I mean, the story that's coming out around this was that Jam Master Jay had overextended himself. He's paying a lot of money for his family members and trying to really kind of maintain a lifestyle. And he started to hustle on the side. And essentially, they're saying that this was essentially a drug deal that didn't work out, and there was retaliation for that. When you heard that story, does it sound believable, or do you think it's all bullshit?
I think it's bullshit because I never knew Jay to sell drugs. You know what I mean? He had groups. He getting paid for all his groups. Come on, he created Onyx. He signed 50. He had papers. He owned his own studio. You know, I think, like I said before, you gotta be careful because Jews paint these narratives to hide themselves. You know what I'm saying? To hide themselves. So I don't believe in Jay sold drugs. I don't believe that. He's not gonna go backwards.
Well, I'm sorry if you're lost, man. Like I never got to meet him myself, but I was a
You never met him?
fan. Like I never met him. I never met him. What happened was I moved to New York in 2002 to really pursue my DJ career, and that was the year that he died.
Wow.
So yeah.
Nah, he's a great man, man. And like, he's family orientated. You know, he kept Run DMC together. Like he was a great man, a man's man. You know what I'm saying? A man like I learned to like rock music because of him. You know what I'm saying? I learned the diverse music because of him. We go somewhere, we on the road, he'll go to a club and they're playing some crazy, and Jay would be like this, like going crazy. I'm looking at Jay like, this ain't not music. Like what Jay would love that music. You know what I'm saying? And I watch him up there.
You can't play both sides, you niggas gotta choose. Niggas out here being tough until they make the news. Mama said her son ain't hurt nobody. The streets said her son was catching plenty bodies. If you accept these charges, then please hold. In every hood, it was a nigga that was tough, but he still told. Like, what I gotta do to make you niggas rhyme? Like, I'm ready to kill when the kind of mind I'm cautious. I'm dealing with more sticks than a porcupine. Quill spines, whatever you wanna call them. Yeah, plus my little mama, she a trap queen. Doggy, when she mixed with that Fetty, give him a wop lean. It was a whole lot of cars when there was stimmies round. We going over a year and half you niggas down. All these expensive clothes, like was that smart? Now they uploading their clothes on the Poshmark. Swiss, baby, careful with this. I mean, it's bitch sharp. One across, one down the middle, look like a chrome heart. Damn, I'm always outside. I'm like, high from who? Bound to put your car on skates. You think you slide through? I help build my niggas. This ain't Legos. Protect the fan by any means. I be Diego. Yeah, tiger to you niggas. I'm an animal. It's a jungle where I'm from. What y'all wanna do? You can't play both sides. You niggas gotta choose. Niggas out here being tough until they make the news. Mama said her son ain't hurt nobody. The streets said her son was catching plenty bodies. If you accept these charges, then please hold. In every hood, it was a nigga that was tough, but he still told.
This man right here, Ronald, the one that Bimmy just called Tenard, Ronald Washington, this the one they said was at his house at the repast with his family. Super, I see you in the building. Ronald Tenard Washington. This is his best friend, his god brother. And this man right here, Carl Jordan Jr., the alleged gunman that unalived Jam Master Jay, his godchild. Ain't that some shit? His best friend and his godchild, excuse me, this man right here, his best friend, Ronald Tenard Washington, his best friend and his godchild. You heard what Bimmy just said, and his godchild killed him. Your best friend lines you up to die with your godchild. Let's say that one more time. Your best friend lines you up for you to no longer live and your godchild is the one that assassinates you. Heard you, Ron. That's incredibly crazy. Your best friend and your godchild. You know, your godchild, the one that you was getting potato chips, you know, giving them money every time you see him in the street. Money for the game room, taking them to the barbershop. The one you was giving advice with the little girls, certain dudes you shouldn't be around, helping them with things in life. Your godchild, the person that the parents trusted you to be the person that take care of them, take care of him if something happened to the original parents, the godparents. Your godchild assassinates you. Let's get into this word. Hit the link. It's open link for intelligence only. But I want to know something. How much money is worth killing your man? Super, you just came in the building. How much money is worth killing your man? What's enough? What is the limit that you're going to say, yo, this is too much, yo, dog? What's the limit where you say, yo, hold up, this nigga crazy. He trying to play with me. Yo, Thomas, somebody, anybody, Dunbars, anybody except a dead body, tell me what's a number that your friend's life should be killed. Dog said, my soul ain't for sale. My fault, Super. I thought I was going to do it too. But I hit that bed, and that bed said you ain't doing nothing but sleeping. That bed said you ain't doing nothing but sleeping. I did it this morning, though. I did it this morning, Super. Because I was up all night. Super said ain't no number. See? Sound like me. I guess we just suckers for friendship because I ain't going to kill my man. I'm going to walk away first. I might beat him up or he might beat me up. We might fight. But I ain't going to kill my man. Hell no. It's only one way I can kill somebody that I call a friend, y'all. And that's if they have a gun drawn or they have a knife. And if they had a knife, I still wouldn't kill them. I'd leg them. I'd hit them in the leg or something. I'd stop them from coming towards me. But if they draw the gun, of course, unfortunately, I'm going to protect my life. But they ain't give a fuck about none of that shit. They said Jam Master Jay, see, in the eyes of them, they felt as though the Jam Master Jay was getting that rap money. But that rap money wasn't popping like that back in the days like that rap money popping now. That rap money popping now. See, people are getting these good deals now because back in the days, they used to have to get records and stuff like that and get them printed up and sell them individually. Now, all they got to do is upload it to one of these big-ass Apple to Dow, Dat Piff, and it takes off now. As a fact, Super said, if someone asked me to hit my man for a bag, I would look at him like, the fuck? They tweaking. But let me ask you something, Super. How would you feel if your man took $83,000 from you? How would you feel if you gave your man $83,000 to go get some food, allegedly, educational purposes, and he just took it? FTC said I can't do it. That's a fact. But so you got to understand in this game that some of us were in, some of us that chose to be in it, some heartless motherfuckers, man. It's niggas that'll kill a man over a woman. The only way I'm going to kill my man over a woman is if my man rapes my woman. You threw away our friendship, and you threw away your ability to live as a human being once you disrespected and took something from a woman. Not just that it's my woman, but you raped a woman, you deserve death. That's just how I feel. That death is supposed to be for the principle of the act, not because it was a woman. For the principle of the act, that you took somebody against their will. Super said, I wouldn't kill him, but see, I don't give nothing, so I can't stand to lose. That's a hell of a goddamn response there, Don DeMarco. But what do you do? My fault, y'all. I just zoned out. I was looking at the background. Shout out to CB, man. That background looking real disrespectful, man. Yeah, that shit looking real disrespectful, man. Don DeMarco. But the sad part about it is there's more. There's so much more behind this case. Because they was just found guilty today, y'all. Y'all remember who said it first. Let's go.
Some breaking news at 4 o'clock. A guilty verdict just handed up at the Jam Master Jay murder trial. I'm David Ushery.
I'm Natalie Pasquarella, News 4's Erica Byfield, live outside a court in Lower Manhattan with these breaking details. Erica.
That's right, Natalie. There are actually 2 defendants in this case. Both of them were found guilty on the 2 counts that are in this case. One of them related to a drug conspiracy charge and murder. The other one related to a weapons charge in addition to that murder. The person they are accused of murdering is Jam Master Jay. He is the prolific hip-hop DJ associated with the group Run DMC. Tell you this trial lasted about a month or so. There were some fireworks actually after this verdict was read inside the courtroom today. This happened today around 3:30 this afternoon. One of the defendants jumped up and he said, y'all just killed some innocent people. And then he shouted, get me out of here. As he was being escorted out of the courtroom, the other co-defendant in this case, he yelled out, I love y'all, addressing his family that was there in the courtroom. And then we heard many of his family members start yelling things back, like the jury didn't listen to the facts in this case. A woman yelled out, that's my son. We started hearing, don't touch me. You all know he didn't do that. That is when the U.S. Marshals swooped in. There was some pushing. There was a little bit of shoving. And then they escorted all of those family members out of the courtroom. So it was kind of chaotic there at the very end. But again, this case revolves around the murder of Jam Master Jay. He was killed in October of 2002. He was actually in his Queens recording studio at the time. For years, the 2 eyewitnesses to this crime, they refused to say what they saw. Both Lydia High and Tony Rincon testified, though, at this trial. They told the jurors that they saw 2 gunmen that night. They say that Jam Master Jay's godson, Carl Jordan Jr., pulled the trigger, and Jay's good friend, childhood buddy, Ronald Washington, was the one at the door with another gun. High and Rincon's testimony obviously must have been quite an impact here on this jury. They said for a long time they didn't speak up and say what they knew at the time because they were scared, they were afraid for their lives. The federal prosecutors.
And so you got to believe that part too. It was a lot of people that knew what was going on all this time, but they said, well, damn, if the police ain't figured this shit out and they still seeing these niggas walking around in the hood getting money and hustling, people ain't trying to go motherfucking say, I know who killed somebody, then y'all still ain't catch them and they done killed them people. People not trying to die over no motherfucking bullshit like that. I believe that.
In this case ultimately charged 3 people in addition to Jordan and Washington. They charged a 3rd man who's going to be tried separately. That person was also there at the scene, but they say he was just a decoy that night so that Jordan and Washington could slip inside that recording studio and kill Jam Master Jay. The prosecutor said all along they think the motive for this was greed and revenge because Mizell, that is Jam Master Jay's real name, Jason Mizell, cut Jordan and Washington out of a drug deal. So again, this jury made this decision, and just a short time ago, and actually right now, maybe it just wrapped up seconds ago, a family member of Jam Master Jay was here and he was speaking to the media. Here's what he told us.
Jason himself was an amazing talent. Life ended far too soon. and I'm just glad that justice was served. Mr. Tom.
So for most of this trial, he sat there right there in the front row, sitting probably the
Jeezy,
closest
salute.
out of all of us to the jury. I was normally in the second or third row, and I saw him taking notes. He is one of two cousins who are here. That is because Jam Master Jay's immediate family, all of them are deceased. So he said he wanted to be here as representative for what is happening with this family. I told you about the chaos that happened in the courtroom. We have not seen those family members of defendant Jordan come out yet. We're waiting to see what will happen there. But again, very chaotic at the end. We're waiting to see what happened. And we are expecting additional speakers to come out and tell us about their thoughts on this case. And we'll bring you those interviews just as soon as we get them. Reporting live in Brooklyn, Erica Byfield, News 4.
Another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? Why it's knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Man, woman, and children. Sun, moon, and stars. Everything exists, has to coexist within. Like I said, another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me?
Shout out to CB for that fire. That's a fact. They got sentenced today, Super. That's a fact. They got sentenced today. But a lot of people are saying that this man right here, some people saying that this man right here is not the shooter. Remember, there was a third man that was arrested, and they kept him out of this trial. The reason why he was kept out of this trial with these particular individuals, because these particular individuals were under investigation by the Federal Bureau of Investigation pertaining to drug trafficking and conspiracy to commit murder pertaining to Jam Master Jay. This man right here, Mr. Tenard they was talking about, is Mr. Jam Master Jay's best friend. And this man right here is Mr. Jam Master Jay's godson. Who can you trust, y'all? Who can you trust? If you can't trust your man and your godson, can't trust nobody but God. Nobody but Allah, you better be trust. I'm telling you something now. And your woman, I'm telling you something right now. If you can't trust your man, I remember we was talking about that back in the days, me and Ron Boggs, we was talking about that. When you ain't got your man, it's over. That day is over. There are still some people that understand the moral and the integrity when it comes to friendship. But unfortunately, some people today, that cloth is getting real rare. I'm talking about, it's like a silk shirt. You barely gonna see a silk shirt on somebody in the summer unless they appreciate a smooth fabric that coexists with the motherfucking sun. And that breezy weather, that silk, that linen. People don't even talk about linen and silk anymore because it's different cloths. The core of friendship today is for sale. It's for sale. Do not let it have anything to do with social media. Certain things I see, social media is insane. And social media, people hear what they want to hear, and they see what they want to hear. Ain't that some shit? They hear what they want to hear, and they see what they want to hear. Whether it's there or not, they're still going to hear it. I told you, once somebody has you convicted in their brain, it's nothing you can do. You can be 100% right. You can be 100% truthful. Once you are convicted in their mind, you are wasting your oxygen. Until you get unconvicted in a person's brain and have you convicted of something, you're going to be convicted, whether you did it or not. Once they say you did it, and they have themselves programmed to the fact and locked in and stuck, like on a valve in a car, that you did something, you're wasting oxygen trying to explain that you did it. And on YouTube, shit, I ain't never, yo, let me tell you something. YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all these platforms that people get to turn into whomever they want to be is really, really dangerous. And it's contributing to fucking people's minds up and their lifestyles up. This is a cold-blooded fact. This shit right here is going and driving people insane. Content, if y'all remember what content stood for. This is what content stands for. Content. Contents, contented, contenting, or contently. If you feel content, you're satisfied and you're happy. The content of a book, movie, or a song is what it's about, meaning the topic. The topic. The word has two main meanings. The first has to do with being pleased and satisfied, feeling content, or making someone else feel happy and at peace with things contenting them. The other meaning has to do with subject matter. The content of a history class might be American history. The content of a math class might be geometry. As long as there's topic or subject, there's what you call content. Anybody want to rewind and put that one back? So they want to go over what content and contenting means. Another word for pleasing someone else when they're content with what you've done. Not slander, not disrespect, not lies, not getting together and grouping, because they said once the lies don't work, they will team up on your motherfucking ass. But see, my God, alhamdulillah, is so powerful. Everything that y'all thinking about has already been thought to see who you are and judged upon by my God. See, y'all doing things to people, whomever. What you do to somebody is you're being judged by God. You're going to be allowed to do it. You're going to be allowed to conspire it. You're going to be allowed to put it out. You're going to be allowed to speak it. You're going to be allowed to try to put it in form. God is going to destroy it, but you're going to be allowed to try to do it. What you think you're doing is not being done, but what's really being done, you're not paying attention to. What's really being done is you're being judged because of your creativity. Like if you can create mischief, how come you can't create peace? I'm guilty. I've created a lot of mischief, but I'm more guilty of creating more peace. That's why I laugh at YouTube, because I don't know the descriptions people want you to have of yourself, but the truth, I was told this a long time ago, the truth is too boring, y'all. I ain't gonna lie to you. The truth is extremely boring. People don't want to hear the truth. They want to hear something that's going to captivate them. Something that's going to have them saying, man, that shit ain't happened. You know it's bullshit, but since it's so captivating to you, you will go with it. An old timer said it, And I heard it in a conversation today. My man told me this morning. He said, yo, Dice, once you hear 10 people say something, it's the truth. He said, even though the first person that said it is a liar, second person, third person, fourth person, fifth person, sixth person, seventh person, eighth person, ninth person, 10th person. He said, Dice, by the time it gets to the 10th person, y'all, it's the truth. Even though initially the first person that said it was telling a lie. Certain things I just let my guard correct. I just sit back and watch my God correct things. Like they say, when you dig a grave, you must make sure you have another grave dug. Because if you dig a grave for a person might be digging a grave for you. Appreciate you, Town Heist. Shout out to my man, CB. Shout out to my man, CB. You dig what I'm saying? CB did this for me. And I'm on my bragging shit. CB did this for me, too. Let's go.
Another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? It's knowledge, wisdom, insight. Man, woman, and children. Sun, moon, and stars. Everything exists, has to coexist within. Like I said, another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me?
I appreciate yo, Town Heist. Yo, you know what? I fuck with you so much, Town Heist. You about to get inducted into the family. You know why? Because you about to get put in timeout for 10 seconds, baby. Don DeMarco. You about to get put up in timeout. You about to get put in the Team Guardian timeout club, baby. See, people don't even know. You get put in timeout over here when you say shit that touch my heart too. So the people that be watching us, we do it over here for love. And I appreciate that, Town Heist. My man said, I'm going to say it again. He said, it's channels that been on here for 5 years. He said, 5 years ain't got no background on no intros like this channel, man. I appreciate that shit. That shit touched my heart. In the words of Archie Bunker, that touched my heart. You know what I'm saying? That touched my heart. I don't be fronting. I preach shit like that. I don't know. I'm not, I don't know what people, I don't know. I'm not that, I don't know what people want me to be, but I'm going to be who God chose me to be. I'm going to be who I'm going to be the best representation of my family. You know what's so messed up I noticed, y'all? On a serious note, it's too many people doing it for their first name. I do this shit for my last name, y'all. There's too many people that's selfish doing it for their name. Yeah, I used to do that shit back in the day. My name Dice, and I fuck Dice. My name DeMar McLeod. I do this shit for my last name, man. Dice was created because of fear, because of survival, because of a fucked up environment that I was raised in. If it wasn't for the fact that I had a beautiful home to go into every night with great people that cared for me and supported me, I might not be alive today. I might be really in jail, rotting the fuck away, or dead somewhere. I'm dead ass serious. See, some people, it was fucked up for them in the street. And then the minute they went into their home, it was more fucked up. I can't imagine that shit. I thank God, alhamdulillah. I can't. Some people, I have friends that I used to go to their house and pick them up to go to school. I used to go to the house and pick them up to go to the park, go to 42nd Street, certain things to do. And I would have to wait for them, like if they're getting dressed or if I'm in a room or in the living room. And the stuff that I saw as a child that my friends had to live with and endure every day, I was so blessed. I was so fucking blessed. So to be going through the bullshit in the street, hustling, worrying about getting robbed, robbing niggas, beating up niggas, getting down with gangs, all type of bullshit that people go through, young men and women go through, to also come home. See, the difference between me and a lot of people, I didn't choose DSEP because my family was fucked up. I was going through shit in my family, but I chose DSEP because DSEP was my friends. And when it came to Dello, that damn near was like my fucking father. I tell people that shit. Dello was the closest thing, even though my grandfather and my pops was there. Dello was the closest thing to my motherfucking pops. Dello, villain. Is you crazy? The Wesley boys, Dello, Alameen and Eminard, them was my brothers from another mother. Shout out to Miss Wesley. See, that's what I don't be understanding about YouTube, man, because I can name all the greats. I can name the people. I can shout out Dello, Eminard, Alamina, Shannon, Stacy, Danny, Laura, Cindy, Garmel, God bless the dead, Gizmo, James, Sheena, Melissa, Anthony, Papa, Chris. Yo, it's people, Travis, Garvin, Big Boo, Kev Rock. Yo, the list goes on and on of people that were my friends. I don't get it. I really don't get this shit. I was talking to somebody about something. I was talking about something that somebody couldn't understand. I want to know if the people in here could understand what I'm saying. FTC, me and you grow up together. We from the same neighborhood. I can look out my window and you can look out your window and we can have a conversation. Your woman is never supposed to be my woman. My woman, FTC, is never supposed to be your woman. I'm talking about stickball, playing stickball in front of Pastor Moore and my grandfather. I'm talking about outside with Frank before Frank was a reverend. I'm talking about Malcolm Moore before Danny Moore, before Dan Lowe. I'm talking about Brent before he was Fat Man. I'm talking about Little Ant before he turned into one of the best dice throwers ever. I'm talking about Jillian. I'm talking about Bell. I'm talking about Troy. Yo, shout out to my man Tat G. I went to my man Samuel's funeral. I never forget this shit. We was all at the funeral. Shout out to Annette, Carrie's sister from Utica and Sterling. I seen so many people. Shout out to Raina, Mush baby mother. I seen so many people at this funeral. Shout out to my man Tat G. When I was talking to Tat G, I was like, yo, Tat, yo, come to the block. He was like, where you gonna be at, Dice? I said, I'm gonna be on Prospect, nigga. I'm home. I swear to God, y'all, man, I never kissed my mother again. My man just looked at me in front of the funeral home and he just looked at me. He was like, yo, son, I don't fuck with them niggas no more. I'm like, you don't fuck with what niggas, my nigga? He was like, yo, I don't be over there no more, son. He said, Dice, since you left, niggas ain't right. Niggas don't love each other no more. And I thought this shit was some bullshit, tell you the truth. I thought maybe some shit happened with my man Tat. You know how sometimes people go through shit in the neighborhood just being aggravated? My man Tat was 100% right. The niggas that you made sure they was introduced to certain people, the niggas that you made sure they were known to be affiliated with you. I remember one time, shout out to Rome and them from Albany Projects. Shout out to my man Jackie jogging them from the new side in Albany Projects. Shells and all of them. Scott and all them niggas. I remember niggas on my block was getting money. Dello was out of town. Dello was either out of town or Dello was locked up. But that corner Utica and Prospect, that shit was doing a hell of a lot of motherfucking money. I never forget I started seeing certain people from Albany Projects just happen to drive by and pull up and stand on a corner and start talking and all that shit. And I used to be like, what the fuck is going on? And one day, Allah just told me, oh, these niggas trying to take the block. Shout out to my man Dan Lowe. He was cool with Jackie. They call him Jogger. I wound up going to Albany Projects and talking to my man Jackie about that shit. And they was like, yo, we didn't even know you be over there, Dice. They didn't even say that shit. He didn't even say it to me on no sucker shit, on no scary shit. I'm talking about these is really friends of mine. You ever been cool with somebody where you say you ain't even gonna think about going through something because the rapport you got with that person is much more tighter than any type of money? I don't think niggas really understand certain things that I'm really responsible of stopping. It's a nigga on Utica Avenue right now. They don't even know. The 4th of July 2 years ago, he was supposed to die. Was supposed to be made a spectacle of. May I never hug my mother again if I'm lying. He was supposed to be made a spectacle of on the 4th of July because it was on a Saturday 2 years ago. Allegedly, a conversation might have been in the air. And allegedly, another person might have said, don't do that. And allegedly, another person might have said, but nah, my nigga, niggas done tried to switch up and they keep playing with niggas that they done robbed such and such, and niggas ain't just gonna rob my man like that. And allegedly, a person said, for that person, don't do it. And allegedly, the person said to the person that said, please don't do it, damn, son, why you always saving niggas? And allegedly, the person said back to him, because we fucking family. I ain't never got up here and say that I was no tough guy, but I will beat the shit out of a nigga. I ain't never came up here and said I like to fight, but I love to fight. I ain't never came up here and said I was motherfucking Alphonse Capone, but I got a bunch of motherfucking money at a time or two, allegedly. I ain't never said I was no fucking Romeo, and I'm telling you, there were women that literally used to chase me around Brooklyn. And that's always been my problem. Keisha tell you that shit. It's women that have been trying to get at me all my life, and I go, nope, 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 nope. And they be like, fuck that nigga, he think he all that. I'm from that era. Because if your spirit ain't right, I didn't even know how connected I was to God back then. Because my grandmother prayed for me. If something was funny about you, I saw it the minute you said something to me. The minute you stood in front of me, I saw it. Niggas would be like, I was crazy. I ain't crazy. That nigga ain't right. That chick ain't right. That shit works to this fucking day. That shit works to this fucking day. I can tell you who ain't right, and I can tell you who right. And I can tell you who did something because they're scared and they're afraid. And I can tell you who did something maliciously. See, there's a difference. See, some people do things out of defense mechanisms because they're afraid of being hurt. You can't be mad at a person like that. You got to understand who a person is, and you got to get them through that, male or female. You're going to have to go through some bumps and bruises with that person because that person is tired of being disrespected, unappreciated, and not treated like a human being. But once you prove to that person that you're not like the pieces of the shits before, male or female, they're going to hold you down forever. But then there's some people that get up every day and just say, I want to hurt this person's feelings, or I want to play with this person's emotions. People like that get killed. What I mean by killed, I don't mean killed physically. Spiritually, by God. Number one, you go through a lot of things. You watch your children go through things. See, it'll kill you to see your child hurting. So you could be out here playing with people and then get a phone call, your child just got hit by a car. You could be playing with somebody and all of a sudden when you out playing with one of them people, ladies, you got one of them tricks in your motherfucking hand, he's spending thousands on you, or my nigga, instead of holding your motherfucking girl down in your crib, you out there one of them bum ass bitches that want to suck cock a little more, you get that phone call, your child got hit by a car. God is going to kill you within. He ain't got to kill you physically. Some people, let me tell you something, God will put a pain on you that you wish you would die immediately and not go through that shit. God said, no, you kept playing with me. I'm not going to let you die. Just like the lady that unalived them two beautiful children, them twins on the side of I-95. When they found them babies was foaming out the mouth, dying. She went and tried to do what? She tried to jump off the overpass and commit suicide into a train track. God said, nah, dummy. Your ass ain't gonna die. She was down there in excruciating pain. Ironically, when she jumped, no motherfucking train came through that would have hit her, ran her over, nothing. But you see what God did? He said, no, your ass ain't gonna die. That motherfucker was as excruciating, I could imagine, excruciating pain. Until them paramedics came and got her. Every time they touched her, every time they put her on that Gertie, every time that shit hit a bump on the way to the hospital, she was in excruciating pain. And then when she woke up out of that enthused coma they probably put her in because of the surgery, imagine the pain she's going through now. She's going through a bunch of pain physically, spiritually, and emotionally. You're alive and your babies are gone. And your oldest baby has been taken away from you. You'll never have that right to be calling yourself a mother again. You have killed your children, and then you tried to kill yourself. God said, oh, you think that you're going to get away that easy? Nah. See, people hear God and hear Allah come out my mouth. God is not, see, y'all hear, I don't know if y'all be getting it. God is spelled G-O-D. Allah is spelled A-L-L-A-H. Sometimes I think y'all expect God or Allah to be a sucker. That's S-U-C-K-E-R or a lollipop. I ain't either one. I have no problem making somebody cry, but I'd rather make somebody laugh. Just like I think about some of the people in my neighborhood. I'm really thinking about the actions of people and the souls of people. The souls of people. See, me, when it comes to friendship and YouTube, I made a mistake and let this captivation of me just getting on YouTube made me forget about me and my man Compa's relationship. And ironically, it happens again. But I ain't forget. I'm not going to never forget my friendships. Never. YouTube is very dangerous. But it's a blessing in disguise because YouTube has taught me some things. My grandmother always told me this. She said, just because you are somebody's friend does not mean they're yours. I remember I lost 3 people close to me, and I cried to my grandmother asking her, why did God keep taking? I lost 2 people physically because of death, and I lost 1 person because of a long sentence in jail. My grandmother said the reason why God keep taking all these boys away from you is because while you're thinking they're your friends, I'm praying to God to keep your enemies away from you. That might go over your head. See, the people that I looked at as my friends, my grandmother was praying to God to keep all enemies and all evil people away from me, and people were getting killed. People were going to jail. People were moving out of town, all type of things. But God was answering my grandmother's prayers. Fuck what everybody else was talking about. Fuck what I was talking about. Because I'm telling my grandmother, these is my friends. You don't know what you're talking about. And my grandmother had the calmest voice. She was certain things like, you can't tell me what God told me. That was her answer. Boy, you can't tell me nothing about what my God told me. I used to think she was crazy. I used to think this lady was nuts. And now, look at this, 51 years old, her grandson, her firstborn grandson, the one that they looked at like he would have never even said the word God, I have the same knowledge and faith as she does. I know it. Like I tell people, my God, y'all better pay attention to what's going on. Y'all better pay attention to what's going on. At the same time, while my God is revealing who's really in my corner and who's not in my corner, things that I would have never known if I would have not came on YouTube. I told y'all when I first came to YouTube, I didn't even know why I came to YouTube. God is showing me more and more every day. God is showing me more and more every day. I didn't catch the shit at first. I'm catching that shit right now like Gary Carter in 1989. And I'm not even mad at it no more. See, the reward of knowing the faith that I have in my God is much, much, much rewarding than my reward of trying to clash with somebody. See, me, I don't want to clash. I invite anybody to this day that has ever had a misunderstanding, or we have had a misunderstanding on YouTube, because life is just too important to be worrying or saying, damn, me and this person. I would invite anybody one-on-one to come to my platform to have a conversation with me about anything that they wanted to have a conversation with on YouTube. I'm not going to people's platforms no more because the platforms aren't as inviting and open and loving as I am. I notice how they say, if Dice don't agree with you here, time you out. No, Dice be over here bullshit. If somebody comes over here talking what I appear to be ignorance, and then I get phone calls from my friends be like, yo, that shit was crazy. Why they do that? See, I'm not crazy. I'm not going to sit up and waste my oxygen with ignorance. A debate is something I would ask anybody for. I told the YouTube content creators at one time, like just on a joke. And I do that again. That's something like a joke, like intellectual debate between YouTube content creators. Whoever lose, leave YouTube for a month. Go support somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Get more diligence into your platform. Put more time into just living life. Because YouTube, I'm noticing, is you think I don't see the games, y'all. The things that goes on YouTube is what goes on YouTube. These are things and patterns that have been going on from day one. If you don't like a person, your enemy is my friend. But that's a dangerous way to live in life, because if you think the enemy of your enemy is your friend, that's the quickest way for you to make 2 enemies become friends. That might go over some of y'all head. If you think the enemy of your enemy is your friend, that's how 2 enemies go against a friend. Facts. Facts of life. Facts of life. But if you put God, Allah, whichever way you want to call it, from the higher being of something righteousness, I promise you, you put your faith into it, everything else will fall in line. If we up here, let's get into this content. Whoever's a content creator. Matter of fact, if you're a content creator, friend or foe, if you got some great content to talk about, let's share some content. How about we do some shit like that? How about we share the stage one day? We do some content together. That's enough to go viral right there. Two people that they feel as though are at odds. How about one day out the motherfucking month, we pick a great topic and we sit up and do a show together and pull all of our motherfucking crowds together on a positive note. See me? To the people that's members now, I appreciate y'all, and I need more members. Like I said, if I get 5 more members by Saturday, 5 more members by Saturday, we can have fun on Saturday nights, members only. It'll be something just for us. That'll be something just for us. That'll be something just for us. Where I can do my recaps, my reviews. I could even do my responses to some of the most hilarious things that was said on YouTube. But I'll do that for the people that's letting me know that we're together as far as my members. Shout out to all the members that I have now. I was supposed to be going members only January 1st. I should have just went members only like I said I was. But you know, the love in my heart. But we're going to stop playing. It's time for us to come together. Shout out to CB. Shout out to my man Townhouse. He came over and said, yo, the background is crazy. The intros is crazy over here. So why we can't do nothing but continue to go to the top? You notice when they try to put dirt on God, before that dirt formulates, God just blows his nose and the dirt is gone. Shout out to CB. You notice how CB be popping up with the craziness? CB said, yo, I'm not even on Instagram no more. He said he had to get off Instagram because of the foolishness going on YouTube with people playing with his craft and people playing with his friendship and taking his kindness for weakness. The sad part is he's responsible for some of the most crazy intros that y'all would never believe. Charlie Rock, you dig what I'm saying? 050 intros, Pain, the China Brim one, Harlem Legends, Too Real for Battle Rap. He got a vision, y'all. When it come to his eye, he got a vision, something special. And I'm honored to say that he fuck with me and I fuck with him. And he told me, he said, yo, Dice, I don't want you to do nothing but win. So he sent me some pictures earlier. I showed y'all one of them. This is one of the new pictures he sent me for the logos. You dig what I'm saying? It's much, much more. And then you already know he did this right here. Rest in peace, Demencio. Rest in peace, Rum. Rest in peace to M. These is important people in my family. Even though they not blood, they more family than a lot of people that share my same DNA. And everybody that pulled up and tried to rock with me tonight, I appreciate y'all. You dig what I'm saying? I don't know if I'm doing a wake the fuck up tomorrow. But I'm definitely going, if I don't do a wake the fuck up, I'm going to do a news at noon because I got some stuff I want to talk about and I've seen some new things like I told you. I told y'all, I did this to y'all 2 months ago. I said, Joe, pay attention to the situation that they got going on with the migrants now. Pay attention to the situations that's going on to the migrants. I told you when they started allowing the migrants to come over here in groves like that, I told y'all there was a plan behind this, man. They got people that's outraged in Harlem because all of these new condos and these duplex apartments, this is where the migrants are being housed at right now. Free of charge. But they got a bunch of homeless people in New York. Don't worry. Make sure that bell notification is set because I don't want to hear no bullshit about you forgot or you had to forget. You heard me? Another day alive, another day free. Shout out to my man CB for putting this masterpiece together for me. I love y'all. Salute.
Another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? why it's knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Man, woman, and children. Sun, moon, and stars. Everything exists has to coexist within. Like I said, another day alive, another day free.